Hello students, this is the E-class of Holy Public Junior College and myself Naveen Garg. Today I would teach you a lesson of class 9th, The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. Firstly, I would like to introduce you to the author. The author of this poem is Robert Lee Frost. Robert Lee Frost was an American poet. He is highly regarded for his realistic depictions of rural life. A popular and often quoted poet, Frost was honored frequently during his lifetime. His work frequently employed themes from the early 90s rural life in New England. Now, you should know about the poem. First, First introduction in 1916, The Road Not Taken, shows Frost at his best as a pastoral who combines rustic simplicity with hidden, indirect, and clarity of style and language. Now we talk on the title of the poem. The title, The Road Not Taken. The title is a symbol of the choice we made by us life. Many times we regret the choice we make, but what is done once cannot be undone. Man regrets for what he has denied himself in life rather than what he has chosen. Hence, the poet has given his poem the title The Road Not Taken. The word road not only means way, it also means journey or a stage of journey. Here, road does not signify an ordinary road but functions a metaphor of a vital decision. Now we talk on the symbolism of the poem. Yellow. The yellow coloring of the wood is representative of light, hope, and promise that the speaker is standing before. His future is bright and stretches before him, though the both paths are equally lit. He must choose only one. The second symbol, wood, is used in the poem. The poem is set in the woods because we get an image of a quiet, deserted place where the speaker is left alone to decide. There are no road, signs, or people to stop and ask for direction. Similarly, there are no signs in life designed to help people choose their path. The third symbol of the poem is roads. The roads are symbolic of the path we take in life. Every road leads to a specific place, and the nature of one destination depends entirely on the decisions that are made. We don't just arrive at the location, we make a series of choices that lead us there. The next symbol of the poem is morning. Class, the morning represents a new beginning and the endless possibilities that day has to offer. Frost sets the poem in the morning to reveal that the speaker is in the early years of his life and his future is spread out before him. Now we talk on the summary of the poem. The poem talks about the choices one has to make in life and their consequences. One day, while walking in the wooded area full of trees, the poet comes to a place where he has to decide which road he should take. He starts debating. He starts debating over the choices as he realizes he cannot walk on both. However, he decides to take the second path with the intention of traveling on the first some other time in future. Poem. The poem is that two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry, I could not travel both. And be one traveller, long I stood and looked down, one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Class, the first stanza mean the speaker describes his position. He has been out for walking in the woods and comes in between the diversion of the two roads. He stands there looking as far down each one as he can see. He would like to try. He would like to try out both, but doubts he could do that. So therefore he continues to look down the roads for a long time, trying to make his decision about which road to take. Then took the other just as fair and having perhaps the better claim because it was grassy and wanted wear. Though as for that, the passing there had warned them really about the same. Class, the second stanza means he looked down the first one to where it bent in the undergrowth, and then the second one, and he decided to take the other path because it seemed to have less traveled. It seemed to have less traveled than the first. But then he goes on to say that they actually were very similarly worn. The second one that he took seems less traveled, but as he thinks about it, he realizes that they were really about the same. Not exactly the same, but only about the same. The third stanza of the poem is that, and both that morning equally lay in leaves, no steps had trodden black, who I kept the first for another day. Yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. Class, third stanza means the third stanza continues with the cognition about the possible differences between the two roads. He had noticed that the leaves were both fresh, fallen on them both and had not been walked on. But claims that then again claims that maybe he would come back and also walk the first one sometimes. But he doubted he would be able to, because in life one thing leads to another and time is short. The fourth stanza of the poem is, I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the differences. The fourth stanza means that in this poem the word differences is taken in a positive way. But there is nothing in the poem that suggests that the difference signals a positive outcome. The speaker could not offer such information because he has not lived the differences yet. The other word that leads non discerning readers astray is the word shy. By taking differences to mean a positive difference, they think that the shy is one of the nostalgic relief. However, a sigh can also mean regret. There is the oh dear kind of a sigh, but also the what a relief kind of sigh. Which one is it? We do not know if it is a relief sigh, then the difference means the speaker is glad he took the road he did. If it is the regret sigh, he took the road he did. If it is a regret sigh, then the differences would not be good and the speaker would be sighing in regret. Now, at last, we discuss the message of the poem. As you know, it is the Robert Frost poem, The Road Not Taken. It seems to hold out the mortal that life is a continuous journey, full of divergence now and then. The important thing is to move on without looking back whether the choices of path taken was right or wrong. The right or the wrong are relative terms. The right or the wrong are relative terms. We cannot get everything in life and have to make choices. Whatever direction in our life takes is determined by the choice made by us. In the journey of life, one can seldom come back to the travel the roads not taken earlier.